Hey babes, I'm back with another YouTube video, and today I'm doing an extra long winter freestyle on myself. So I did already prep my nails, and I'm using my non-C-curve coffin tip, so I did not have to shape these nail tips at all. This acrylic brand is from Cnd Monomer, and it's this Hispanic owned brand, and I'm pretty sure I kind of pronounced it a little wrong, but I actually how to pronounce it. But look, I don't got the Spanish accent, y'all. I can't do it. I don't think I could do it. I'm also using my Cnd Monomer. My friend had gave it to me as like a gift because I said I really wanted to try it, but y'all, it wasn't working for me. Like, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about because I feel like the monomer was just making my acrylic real, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't want to say it was watery, but I just couldn't believe it. And I've used this brand plenty of times. I have videos using this brand, and I've never had a problem with the runny like acrylic. Like, I'm not saying like the acrylic powder is bad. I'm not saying that at all. But this monomer plus this powder, as well as like Honey Fan, I think I used it with Honey Fan, and I also used it with Nail Supply Glamour, and I just don't like it. But I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I mean. I did also end up changing my monomer back to the Mia Secret because I couldn't work with it. Like, I really just wasn't feeling it. And I heard that's some good monomer, so maybe the temperature of my room was funny. I'm not sure. Anyway, y'all, here I'm applying my second bead, and when I'm applying my colored acrylic, I apply a thin layer, and then I like to go on with my clear acrylic to build the apex and the thickness of the nail. This color is also just a little see-through, so I did go back and apply one more bead just to add more color in the apex area because it was a little thin. Now I'm placing my first bead of clear acrylic, and after placing it, I'm going to make sure that everything is in the center before I start to evenly bring the acrylic down. When I'm applying my apex bead, I do dry the bead out just a little bit because of course you do want that part of the nail to be the thicker part of the nail, and you don't want to wipe all of that acrylic off. I'm going to place my bead and make sure that the top of the bead is flat to the nail before I start to blend the bottom of the bead down. Then I'll go on and blend out the rest of the nail, and this way I'm kind of letting that acrylic set a little bit in that area because, like I said, you do not want this area to be flat because this is the apex area, which is the thicker part of the nail. This is going to prevent lifting, and it's also going to prevent your client's nails from just snapping in half. Alright, y'all, so this is what I was talking about. I had picked up my bead, I had dried it out, let it sit for a second, and once I placed it, it ran off to the side. I was trying my best to save it, but I just had figured maybe I didn't let it sit for long enough before placing it. But y'all, not every monomer is for every powder, so when this happened, I didn't get mad or anything. I'm just like, okay, these two brands don't work together, and that's just that. Yeah, I had the same thing happen here. Like, I thought I was in control, but then it just started to run away. And like I said, this was not the only brand I had this issue with. I actually had tried to use the monomer on a client with another brand earlier in the day, and I just thought, okay, maybe I don't know what I thought. Like, I just wanted to try it again because I've just heard so many good things about the monomer, so I really was confused to why this was happening. Y'all, here I'm still in the cuticle area and I completely flooded it. At this point, I didn't even want to post this video for y'all anymore, but I still liked how the nails came out, even though I was going through a lot to get them like that. But since I did flood the cuticle area, I'm using the very tip of my brush to clean around that skin, because of course I don't want these nails to lift, and that product touching your skin is definitely going to cause it to lift up. At this point, I did also decide to change my monomer because, yeah, I just couldn't anymore. Like, I was not about to finish using that monomer for this set. Like, I wanted to try it out, but like I said, it really just wasn't working for me. Once again, I'm capping this nail in my clear acrylic, and to bring this down evenly, you guys see that I'm going over the entire bead, making sure that all of the acrylic is coming down at the same time so I don't have to later go back and fill any bumps. So for here on out, I am using my Cnd Monomer. Like I said, I just couldn't do it anymore. And y'all gonna see the difference when I'm laying my acrylic. For this nail, I'll be doing a tri-ombre nail, and I'm applying the middle color first because I wanted the bottom of the nail to be clear so I can add my glitter later on. After making sure that all of my acrylic is sidewall to sidewall, I am gonna blend the bead down onto the nail tip. So here I'm placing my first bead, and y'all see how it's not running anymore and it's not spilling over and going anywhere, right? So after I made sure that all of my acrylic was in place, I am going to blend the bottom of this bead down onto the previous color. Now I'm placing my cuticle bead, and I'm just going to slowly push my acrylic into the cuticle area before I start to blend the rest of my acrylic down. And I was being very gentle when I was doing this because I was scared, but luckily it did not run, but I did have to fill in a little spot right there. Now I'm placing a small bead of my glitter acrylic onto the bottom of the nail, and I'm going to start to blend this acrylic up. This was one of the acrylic powders from my brand. It's currently sold out, but I will be restocking in January. Before I apply any snowflakes, I do bend them a little bit so that when I'm encapsulating them, I don't have to worry about the corners accidentally getting fouled off. I do also place a small bead of clear acrylic beneath the snowflake so that it doesn't move, or sometimes I'll place it on top. Now here is that acrylic with the Cnd Monomer, much better, like I said before. But y'all, let me tell y'all, because I have to tell y'all something that happened a few days ago. Alright, so I had this new client come, and she was talking about how when she first seen my Instagram page, she thought it was a scam because I had so many followers, so she expected my prices to be a little higher, I guess. But this isn't the first time somebody thought the work on my page wasn't mine. So I was just like, you know what, let me just ask her, why do you think that? I'm like, so what makes you think that? She's like I said, she was just like, oh, like, because I thought your prices would be higher, but I was going through the comments and nobody was talking about how you were scammed. So I was just like, let me try it out. I'm like, okay. So it just had me wondering if that was why people in the past would come to me and be like, oh, is this your work? Like, I'll have clients sit in my chair and ask me as they're showing me my page, like, is this your work? And I'll be confused because you could see work from back in like 2019 on my page. You could see the growth. And I have a YouTube channel where I be showing y'all what I be doing. So I would just be so confused when I get those questions. But I finish their nails and they see that, you know, it's the real deal. It's all there. I remember about a year ago, I had a client that showed me a picture of some nails I did, and she was like, "Can you do these?" And I'm like, "Those are mine. I did those. I made that concept." She was like, "So you can do these?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, I've definitely had people steal my work before. Like, I've definitely seen my work on people's pages, and then they'll like block me or something when I comment, or when you guys would comment. Because I know y'all remember that. Like, I had posted it on my Instagram because pretty much someone had took my work off of like YouTube and posted it, and I was just so confused because I think that's like my most watched video on YouTube. So I'm like, out of all the photos on my Instagram you could have took, why would you take these nails? So everybody was commenting under her photos, like tagging me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm like, why am I getting tagged? Like, I was nervous. I'm like, why my phone going off like this? And I look and I'm like, not book your appointments, not application versus the finished look. Here, I'm starting to seal the cuticle area, and I did go over this spot a few times because I just felt like I made the pinky nail a little too thick when I was capping this nail in clear. I did already start to file the previous nails, but like I said, here I'm sealing the cuticle area, and this 5-in-1 bit is a safety bit, so you don't have to worry about you cutting your clients or anything like that. It's honestly probably best to watermark your work though, because like it does suck to like see nails you did on AliExpress knowing you did not use their products, like, and they don't care. After shaping these nails using my 80 grit file, I am going to use my buffer to remove any scratches that I caused using the 80 grit file. But these came out looking good, y'all. Like, these nail tips, the restock is coming soon because I probably got like 4 of these nail tips left. Y'all been loving it. And I'm also going to get a box. Like, definitely got to get some cute boxes for the nail tips. Here, I'm applying some bling gel that I got from Macart. I got this from Amazon, and I normally use my Zule bling glue, but y'all, I didn't have none. For large charms like this snowflake I'm adding, I do recommend that you use more of the diamond gel because of course you don't want this to move. Now for the much smaller stones, I do only use a little bit of the diamond gel because the diamond gel is real good. But like I said, y'all, I do prefer my Zule bling glue. Even when I'm using my Zule bling glue, I still use the diamond gel for larger charms because I don't really feel like the Zule bling glue is really gonna hold the larger charms, but I still prefer to use that for my smaller ones. Look at them though, they coming out so nice. Like, I'm happy I decided to use the large charms. But yeah, anyway, here I'm creating a little sweater nail, but at this time I really wasn't too perfect with drawing a line, so instead of doing small lines down the middle, I did little hearts using my dotting tool. After painting all of my little hearts, I did go in with some white raw glitter because I didn't want to use acrylic for this and I thought the glitter would look better. Also, I did want to remind you guys that if you guys ever have any questions, feel free to comment, or if it's more of a not personal question, but if it's more in-depth, DM me. I have no problem answering any questions. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video.